so much. Well, how's everybody doing? I know it's towards the end of the day, but we're going to definitely make your while in the next couple of minutes. My name is Raymond. I serve as the CMO and Public Sector CTO of AvePoint. AvePoint is a Microsoft independent software vendor. We help companies migrate, manage, and protect your Microsoft investment in the cloud. And we're very excited because we had the opportunity to work with the Microsoft team, the Dynamics 365 team, to put together the best-of-class technology for government customers, all cloud-based. So the solution we put together is a solution and technology called AvePoint Citizen Services. It's intended for cities, counties, and smaller government agencies to leverage the cloud to provide a citizen service solution. Now, you may wonder, what's a citizen service solution? I'm sure at any point in time, as you're driving to work, you may have seen a fallen tree or a pothole. Or maybe you're walking down the street light's not working. Experience that? And then, being a good citizen, you want to report it, but then all it says there, call this number to report the broken light. We don't do that. Easiest thing we do, we take a picture, we post it on Facebook, and we complain. That's what we do. So we want to make it easier for our government organizations to be responsive and maximize the power and the goodness of the cloud to do this. As Param mentioned earlier, we took a lot of the cloud capabilities from Microsoft, Dynamics 365, Azure, and all the advanced workloads in Azure to make this happen. So if you want to try this, I encourage you to check this out. All you have to do is go to Microsoft App Source, Microsoft's Applications Marketplace, and look for Citizen Services. And as soon as you click Try Now, 5 seconds, fully functioning production environment will be ready for you. So let me show you how this works. Imagine a government agency, let's say City of Chicago, deploy this solution, and the solution would have essentially two components. The first component, they would make available an app for citizens to use if they're using mobile device. Obviously, this is cross-platform, cross-device. They can use their computers as well. So let's say I'm walking down the road, and I notice there's a graffiti. And being a good citizen of Chicago, I want to report that there's a graffiti there. So I could go to the app, but what I'm showing you right here, obviously, is through Safari. It's HTML5, very responsive. And I want to report a graffiti. There you go. So as soon as I select that, it tells me some details about the graffiti. By the way, this is fully configurable by the government agency. They can define the different non-emergency services they want to put in. It could be a graffiti, a pothole, broken tree lamp. Any type of case management service they want to provide to their citizens can be made available. So as I hit continue, now it's going to look at my location through the GPS of my device. Obviously, I can put some information. OK, I saw graffiti in a storefront. It's brick. And as you can see, there's different options on the dropdown, which it's easily customizable by the customer. And when I say customizable, no programming, no development needed. It's self-service, configurable, and easy to deploy. And let me put some description here. Found, let me see, Banksy. All right, is vandalizing the wall. Okay? And then in this scenario, it picked up our location here in Orlando. But let's just say this is somewhere in Chicago that I saw it. And I have all this information. And I took a picture already in the interest of time. And you could take pictures as well. So this is, I call it Banksy in the act. There you go. And I can upload multiple types of pictures and information. And then I can even upload other types of attachments. And let me hit submit. So as soon as I hit submit, friends, what happens? This case or this information has now become a case, and it's submitted. Dynamics 365 picks it up. So as soon as I submit it, it gives me details. I have a request number. I can even track all my requests and view all my requests. And then what happens next? It gets submitted. The specific government agency picks it up. And then my colleague, Paul, will show you what happens next on the back end as the government agency receives this request from the citizen. Paul?
Thanks, Dux. So in this demo, I'm a dispatcher in our city's 311 call center, right? So it's my job to take all of those service requests that come in, whether they come in person, by email, over a chat bot, sent in from an IoT device, or even from Dux's mobile device there, and take them and triage them so they get to the appropriate department that will solve it. And this page here is our request management page, and it's really my command center for all things about service requests that come in from my constituents. And I just refreshed the page here so I can see the graffiti or blight that Dux has submitted. And so I'm just going to pop it open. I can see all the different details around here. Now, this is our interface that we built, but the data is actually living in Dynamics at this point. You can see his photograph and everything. And I'm going to go ahead and assign this, and it's going to assign it to the appropriate department. Now, we have different types of service requests. We have things that are related to electricity, problems with roads like potholes, and things like graffiti. All of those are managed by different types of departments and maybe even outside agencies. And they all have their own unique workflow. So one of the things that we're able to do is submit this case and throw it over the wall to field service. So in this case, the group that handles graffiti manages their resources and their forecasting and so forth, and their whole resolution process in Dynamics for field service. Because of the integration with the Dynamics platform, we can throw this over the wall and it becomes a work order in field service, and they can kind of go on about their business to resolve the case. So I'm going to refresh over here. I'm now in field service. You'll see this should be familiar to you from Lewis's demo. And that work order will have all of the details that were captured when Dux submitted his service request here. And it sort of seamlessly gets into the natural workflow that they've already established, right? They don't have to be trained on a new system or anything like that. So it's a really nice type of integration. Because we've thrown it over the wall into field service, we also get all the goodness that lives over there, right? So all of the sophisticated tooling around forecasting, asset management, the ability to even kind of see what's on the docket for the day and drill down into the street view and see if there might be any obstacles that are going to arise from as we try to resolve this issue. And I can even go ahead and book the new work order that's come in and assign that to the appropriate individual. So I'm going to book this for Dux.
Telling me to fix this graffiti here. I think I'm overdressed just to fix a graffiti, but you never know. Work hazard, right? So Paul made that booking for me to take care of, and Dynamics 365 comes with a lot of great apps. One of the apps that comes on the iOS is the Field Service app. So imagine I'm out on the street, Paul makes that booking, I get it, and then it alerts on my phone. So as you can see, based on this app, I can see all my bookings, all the activities I need to work on, and I can work on it. Once I'm done, I'll update it. I can even take a picture, and as soon as I hit submit, then the information will be sent back. Obviously, Paul will know about it, but more importantly, the requester, the citizen, would definitely find that out as well.
Great. One of the things that I wanted to point out about the extensibility of the Dynamics 365 platform is it's allowed us to adapt our strategy and be a little bit more efficient. One example of that is we built a pretty straightforward, and I would call it like sort of a simple workflow built into our part of the application. And that allows us to address smaller municipalities and cities that maybe don't have outside systems that they're already using for those types of processes. By leveraging the integration with field service, we can, sorry?
The video?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We can address a more sophisticated market, larger cities, those that have established processes, those that are already using field service, without having to build our own tooling around all that kind of sophisticated forecasting and so forth. So that's been a big boon.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here is Param was describing earlier. While Dynamics 365 certainly is a great platform, but the broader integration with the Azure stack, for example. So in this case, for any type of decision maker in the city who would want to see an update, let's say the mayor or the council, a councilor wants to see, okay, what's going on with this request. So they can pull this up, and what this is, it's embedded Power BI, pulling all the data from Dynamic CRM, and we can see all the stats, and as you may imagine, we can slice and dice it however we want. In addition, this is also integrated to Cortana, so certainly you can speak to it. You can say, hey, Cortana, show me all the outstanding requests around street lights. And again, very powerful and very capable, and more importantly, it's scalable as well. Now, speaking of advanced workloads, earlier Param was describing we live in this new world of technologies and AI, and one of the really powerful things in this scenario is the integration with IoT. So in this example, we're using IoT capabilities that Azure provides. We tapped into a lot of the streetlight data from the past for the city of Chicago. What can we do with this? What we can do is we can say, okay, in the next 3 months, tell me which bulbs will go bad. You talk about being proactive. In this scenario, I don't even have to wait for somebody to report that the light is broken. I can be more proactive as a government agency to go out and fix the lights. And you see that button that says place order? Because of the flexibility of the Microsoft Cloud Platform, we can integrate with existing line of business systems that certainly a lot of government agencies would have. Now, oftentimes when I talk with government leaders and we talk about technologies like IoT, AI, machine learning, it's all like buzzwords. But when we talk about it in this context, this is very meaningful. Because one of the things I found out recently is like, Dux, do you know that 70% of crimes happen in the cities that are in dimly lit areas? We're not talking about saving money because we're replacing bulbs. We can even think about it as saving lives, right? So these technologies are very compelling, and it's true to the tenet of what digital transformation is all about. What do you guys think? Useful? All right, so if you guys want to try this out, please go to AppSource or come and see us at the Expo Hall. We're AvePoint, booth 301. We can certainly talk to you about this, how we built this, and you can even test drive it. So with that, thank you, Param. Very grateful for this opportunity.